All right, one card goes on the bottom for Omar, ready to go. With a Delta Pass. Abundant Growth comes in, pass the turn.
Oh, absolutely.
Another Delta ship.
With a Delta Pass.
Fetch.
All right, Misty Rainforest gets cracked by Marat. Finds a basic island. Both of them are snow. Icewind Kawada likes that. So the combination of Icewind Kawada, Prismatic Ending, Swords to Plowshares, Endurance. Alright, here's Collector Roof. I don't think Omar really cares about that. Unless Mishra's Bauble is critical in hand. But the combination of the cards I just mentioned, though, puts the Zenith deck in a good spot in this matchup, I feel. Does anyone disagree? Twitch chat, 75% favor for Death Shadow, though. Attacking for Collector Roof in the pre-match betting. Taiga. And here's Uro, another good card against the tempo decks. Prismatic Vista.
Gonna fetch twice. 60. Yep.
Okay, fetching twice. Watery Grave. Watery Grave. There's too many versions of Watery Grave, everybody. I don't have them all memorized.
2 cards in graveyard?
Yeah. Burrow plus Misty.
Sure.
Alright, here's a Thoughtseize hitting the stack. Force of Will, Flooded Strand, Scavenging Ooze. I guess we're going to see Scavenging Ooze get hit here.
Force, Ooze.
It is interesting, says Omar. Alright, taking the Ooze. Maybe we're going to reanimate the Ooze? Do we try that here? Even with Force available? Yeah, I like that play. How will Omar make green, though, is the only thing. Okay, Force pitching Force, Force pitching Force. I mean, doesn't Marat just let the reanimate resolve? You have a Scooz, can't hurt my Uro, then escape Uro with protection? Not sure. Scavenging Ooze can't touch Uro. Yeah, I don't know about that counter fight. I don't even know, like, if Marat forces my reanimate on Scavenging Ooze here, I'm not even sure I would protect the reanimate. I'd be like, alright, whatever. What do you think, chat?
Block. Check.
Okay, we're blocking with Ooze and both creatures are dead. Now we're going to escape Uro and Marat not playing around days. Just put it... Oh, no. Just didn't play the Floodstone. Gotta drop Bloodstrand here. Or was there already a land drop? I don't believe there was.
Lotus Petal. I'll play land for time. Yep.
Oh, thank goodness. All right, there's the Flooded Strand. Okay, so now we're going to escape Uro. All the cards in the graveyard are gone. I guess technically the reanimate on Scavenging Ooze could have delayed Uro a little bit, but still doesn't feel great. Play Wasteland of Uro, Waste Watery Grave, not bad.
Wait, did you draw off the Uro?
I did not. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't think Marat drew off Uro earlier either. I thought I saw that not happen, but I thought maybe I'm losing my mind. But that time it was forgotten as well.
I'm gonna waste your time. Sure.
We'll have to see if the YouTube commenters see it in the replay. All right, so Death Shadow comes down. It's a 6/6. It can trade with Uro.
So that's 6.
If a cycle Street Wraith, it blocks Uro successfully. Here's a Ponder looking for an answer. Parker, thanks for the sub with Prime. 5 months, appreciate that. Making Jeff Bezos pay for it.
Fetch.
Okay, there's a fetch from Marat. The Snow Plains.
Ponder again. That's good.
Ponder again. Swords on Shadow, that's pretty good. Puts Omar up to 13. Swords is so good against Shadow. Now Uro can attack and put Omar down to 7, but right, a fetch here. Is this going to be a Mystic Sanctuary? No, it can't be. Okay. Basic Forest. I think Marat is Hellbent, though.
What's combat? Trigger. 1, 2, 3.
24, no
Drop.
blocks. I'll go to 7.
Sure. I will pass the turn after that.
All right, passing the turn. I guess Marat didn't like the cards on top of the deck that you saw with Ponder, so shuffle. All right, so game 1 goes to Marat. Doesn't seem necessary. Your opponent has a Scavenging Ooze with no green mana. Just a Grizzly Bear on their side of the board that they reanimated. I don't think that matters. Unless, for some reason, we suspect that Omar has green mana in the deck as well. Cycling Street Wraith. If Omar had reanimated the Scavenging Ooze, then made a green mana, and somehow, and exiled Uro, it would be like, okay, you got me. Wow, you outplayed me by reanimating my ooze with me not realizing you'd have a green. But then after Marat chose to counter the reanimate, I don't think Omar should have fired off Force of Will either. Just saved it for Uro, and we saw Uro was just game winning in that game 1. So that was just interesting. All right, so here's Green Sun Zenith X is 0 on turn 1, and I think it's getting dazed.
Go ahead.
Chapter 3. Draw. Shotgun King the Grave at 11.
Yeah, and I'm going to say 10.
Starting me.
Yeah.
So I'll go to 1.
Yes, I gain 60.
So stack it like that. Go ahead.
Yes.
Play lands.
Ice-Fang Coatl is available in hand for Marat. There's Grafdigger's Cage. It's pretty good against Uro. Icing Coatl will not have Death Touch yet. Playing on an end step, it resolves. Has a good taste.
Turn.
Tried to make you think I didn't have
Fetch.
Okay, going to 19 after cracking a Misty.
maybe I
I think you're almost like next level yourself, honestly. I'm like, yeah, that's a good point, but honestly, I don't think I'm thinking
I'm like, well, why didn't you attack?
A lot of laughing going on at this event. I don't know if these people are taking Magic seriously or what. This is the tournament, you know? It's not playtime.
2. Draw a card.
Okay, Uro is in the yard now.
Gonna waste your Watery Grave.
Waste on Watery Grave.
Combat. Sure. Just for 1.
Robert says, if I go to a tournament and people are laughing, you know what? I'm going to cry and sob. You know what, Roberts? You know what you really should do? Is call a judge. Anything going awry at a Magic tournament, you call a judge.
Play land for turn. 7.
Sounds like someone in the background cough now. Oh, God. What's worse, coughing or laughing at Magic tournaments, chat?
Go ahead.
At the end of your turn, thank you for the resub. 9 months for at the end of your turn. Been missing the stream, catching up on YouTube. Thank you. And then gifting a sub. 38 now on the channel. Thank you at the end of your turn. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm like, I kind of don't watch it.
Fetch. Yep.
Like, it's not good because you're also control decks. Like, I want you to just.
We had someone break into a coughing fit at this week's Legacy, and we escorted them out. They were removed from the premises. We just don't allow coughing. It's too much. Uro cannot be escaped here. Okay.
Yeah, creature cards can't enter the battlefield from graveyards or libraries, and players can't cast cards in graveyards or libraries.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, that was missed by a moment by Marat. Grafdigger's Cage stops Uro. Bro says laughing is illegal in Legacy. It should be. It should be. I don't think dual lands are a joke, you know?
Did I play a land? I think you might have played the fetch, but I'm also not 100% sure.
I think I did. I'll just research.
Yikes. Bowmasters in response to a brainstorm. Ping the Coatl. It's happening, everybody. It's happening. The Bowmaster's doing its thing. You excited?
1-2 Coatl to me.
Yeah. So have you speaking after that?
Yep. I'll resolve the race.
Oh yeah.
Well, technically, it's they're doing this in the wrong order, but I think the result will be the same.
I'm going to put Yorion to my hands.
Yorion out of the companion zone and into Marat's hand. Companions, right, everybody? What were they thinking with that one? Really ruined my life.
Cycle street rate down to 4.
Cycling Street Wraith down to 4.
combat. 5.
Sure.
Attacking for 5. 4/4 orc army. Very interesting.
Actually, I don't know how.
Fiscal Cliff nailed it. Loved the companion mechanic, but the execution was poor. Yeah, unfortunately, some of them were not calibrated properly.
I should lose unless you happen to draw 10.
I think if and when companions come back, and it's probably a when, right? I mean, let's face it, they're going to come back someday. Storm scale, whatever they are, someday they'll be back. They'll be in a commander set or conspiracy set. They just put them in the March of the Machine set as a, what do you call that, like subset or whatever? I don't know. It'll be better next time.
9 out of 14 lands.
I think the lessons were learned.
Fair. You don't have free modern, do you?
Oh, I do see that the
Ending.
the land types.
Prismatic Ending on Grafdigger's Cage. This could unlock Uro in the graveyard. Cage is gone. Are we going to escape Uro into days here?
I love the cards
Let me
forward,
this
but
cage.
that's 2 cards combined.
All right, we got a yep from Omar, so maybe Uro's going to resolve.
So I'll gain 3.
And then lose 1.
And then yeah, that goes to me, so 14. Draw a card.
Okay, so the Orc Army is now a 5/5. Bowmaster not minding Uro too much. Fatal Push. Did Revolt turn on? Oh, Grafdigger's Cage, okay.
I'm seeing a lot of deck entry modern, which is like 59 call cards, 1 answer, and eventually I will have my own 20 damage. Is swordsman?
Combat.
6. Yep.
6 damage coming in.
So 5 cards of graveyard from count now, right?
Right now is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with Uro. Yes.
Okay, so not enough food to escape Uro just yet. Just one more, and Uro will be live. Fatal Push successfully removed Uro the one time. Do we waste Tundra here? Is that worth it? Don't know.
I own a lot of those like Zany-esque cards.
Go ahead.
Like I own like Eureka and stupid shit like that. Do people not play them? Like they're so like obscure.
2 cards, right?
2 cards in Omar's hand. Looks like Murat has 5.
Is Chains and Mephistopheles actually good?
Or is it just rare? Well, speaking of that type of card, some people in the ACAST Discord were testing out a certain card.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Wow. Good lord.
But the thing is, like,
Yeah.
I can play this online. I'm not buying this in paper.
Yeah, it's like a $50 card.
Prismatic Ending on the Orc Army, which is a 5/5, and it is gone.
But that's still 600.
And then I'll do Uro again.
Okay, but it is also heavily
Results?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You'll net
So
10.
I'll go to 10. Yep. Draw a card with Uro.
Okay, so the Orc Army is back. If Murat had waited to Prismatic Ending the Orc Army until after Uro, there wouldn't be one right now. I think Murat realized that after the fact.
Wasteland or Tundra?
Yep.
Alright, Wasteland the Tundra this time. Another Wasteland in. And now a Death Shadow, which is a 9/9. Pretty good. Could profitably block this Uro if it attacks. The Orcish Bowmaster will get a damage and doubles almost on counter on the army from that attack. So what does Murat want to do here? I don't know.
Is that right? Oh, is this the first draw? My turn.
Not attacking. Death Shadow could attack. All right, Green Sun X is 2. It seems like that is going to resolve. I think the last card in Omar's hand is a Reanimate, which, as far as I can tell, there's nothing in the graveyard besides a Street Wraith, I believe. And Street Wraith is not that exciting right now. There isn't a good chance that Marat will put a Swamp into play
There's no cure for it.
at any point. Looks like Marat has pulled Mawlock to the front here after a Zenith for 2. There is Mawlock. Will it fight Bowmaster?
Yeah, I know. It's my literally first time getting on board.
Not on Magic Online is Mawkor, if you can believe it. Only came out 5 years ago.
Wait, I posted a screenshot. Let's see if he ended up in the stream.
9. I will pass the turn.
Like, there's so many cards in Mage Garden basically like starting with Sagas. Like, oh,
Did Yorion get pitched? I don't believe so. Yorion's still in hand, I think, for Marat. And he thought I'm just slamming that. Marat doesn't have the mana for it right now, but maybe.
It's cheaper than modern.
Go ahead.
Because modern burn's gonna play pitch.
Yorion is in hand, right? He did for a few turns. Oh yeah, I guess with the Tundra in play, Yorion was a possibility. Maybe Marat thinks Omar has a snuff out for some reason.
like I run one barbarian, right? Just to finish out.
So the Orcish Bowmaster is exiled, can't reanimate it because Mawlock does that. If it wins the fight, the creature gets exiled or whatever.
Oh, 3 mountains brainstorm. I guess I win though.
Okay, here's a Savannah. Oh, true. It doesn't have enough life for snuff out. That's true, yeah. Well, not now. I don't know about earlier. All right, here's Yorion. Mawlock getting blinked.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, so now the Orc army is gone. Wasteland on the Savannah.
Like the whole point of playing for it in the first place was that like now you probably be Delvin. Like after I mixed two, like you can no longer be Delvin. Just like just a better bolt deck.
I don't remember at what point Omar went down to 4. I was thinking when Marat had the 5 mana. Now Marat had the 5 mana once again and cast Yorion this time.
Anything Storm or Doomsday or Breakfast or Reanimator.
Comes in.
This Yorion will be lethal if it attacks. Mawlock is a 2/2. Death Shadow is 9/9, but can't fly. There's a reanimating hand. Again, the only thing in the yard right now is Street Wraith that I'm aware of, and that would cause Omar to lose the game. It's cost 5 mana. Omar now down to 3, finds an underground sea.
Yeah, like what do you do against like a Trinity or Challenge? Like what do you like? What deck do you like? You can't beat show and tell. You're supposed to lose to Reanimate. I had a good game against Reanimate.
Fatal push the Euro?
I wasn't Reanimate.
Okay, Uro is fatal pushed.
And it still has life steal.
Yeah, and
Are we gonna reanimate Uro here?
it's like every deck.
Because I was like, okay, I can fatal push it, try to reanimate it, maybe try to spike.